everyone, and welcome to Mighty Line Minute. I've got a special guest today, and that's Damian White, Client Director with Clarity VM over in the UK. And I'm pleased to have him here. Damian, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone here on Mighty Line Minute?
Good morning and good afternoon from the UK here, and great to be with you, Dave. Yeah, Damian White from Clarity, and really glad to be on this podcast with you, Dave, because we're glad to be working with Mighty Line.
Oh, thank you. We're glad to have you aboard. I know I missed you when you came over the pond to visit the headquarters here at our wonderful Rocky River location. So I know you've been over here, I'm sure, numerous times. So totally impressed with what you put out there in terms of your communications, and especially your emphasis on safety, 5S, and what you can do to improve the workplace. So tell me what your goal is with Mighty Line.
Thank you, Dave. So Clarity have been working in the UK with the manufacturing and distribution sector for many years now. And we started our journey as visual management specialists, which is helping clients on their sites create a lean environment to help improve throughput in their factories. And one key element to that is 5S and 6S. And to support that and underpin the 5S journey is all about making sure there's clear segregation of walkways, clear segregation of location of waste control, machinery on sites. And obviously what's required for that is line markings. And for many years, we've tried to find a tape that lasts. And what we know is this is the bugbear of all site and factory managers, lean leaders, line operators, is trying to create a clean environment marked out with tape that lasts. And having been in the industry for many years, we've used multiple different products. And Alec actually approached us about 6 months ago and asked if we'd be interested to become a stockist for Mighty Line here in the UK.
Yes.
So we did some background checks and started the journey together. I'm really proud to say and pleased to say that the partnership started off strong. We are now the sole stockist and distributor for Mighty Line in the UK. And the feedback we're getting already from the trials and the clients that have started to take on board this product is fantastic.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that. We knew it would be a success. I'm sure Alec did from the minute he had the opportunity to speak with you. That beveled edge that's patented, the 50 mil tape, the type of cement, the rubber cement that's used that allows the pull-up of the tape. And you do a wonderful job of communicating those benefits to your clients. Do they like the warranty?
They certainly do. They're a bit surprised when we share it with them, but once they understand how the warranty is structured, and once they started the trials. So I'll just give a quick example. We've got a client who's in a very heavy industry and paint was not lasting. They've put down a trial of the Mighty Line tape. We sent out a 10-meter trial and they're now ordering it by the box load because they've had it installed, and the beveled edge allows vehicles to ride over it. The strength of the adhesive is significant, and they even had an FLT truck turn its wheel on it recently and it didn't move the tape.
Oh, that's wonderful. I know sometimes they suggest cutting a slice in the section if you've got a particular area where wheels might turn. So that's another thought if you needed to replace that little piece that's involved. But we're glad to hear the testimonials. Are you finding this being used and an interest in both warehousing and in production?
Yeah, absolutely we are. So we've got production lines that are embracing the 5S journey, which we are seeing a significant revised drive on 5S here in the UK in the manufacturing sector. And what we're finding is that the take-up, because not only is it a strong tape, but it's very easy to cut and to work with. And the colours, because obviously the bright colour strength to them, being the through colour type design, and the fact that the colour doesn't wear off, is another real strong USP. So the manufacturing sector are loving it, and distribution centres, they're such fluid environments often. They're enjoying the fact that they can take this up. It doesn't leave the history behind like a lot of tapes do in the industry, which then leaves the grey dust caught in the adhesive once the tape's removed. So if they need to change direction of a line marking or a walkway, it's easy and you can't see where it was previously.
Yes, I've been noticing that at trade shows where other tapes that have been put down prior to our being there leave all types of residue, whereas when we're there at the show and put down the Mighty Line tape, we pull it up and there's nothing left behind.
Yeah, excellent.
That's good to hear. I enjoy your emphasis on 5S. In particular, on your website, you indicate those 10 items which can lead to 5S failure in the business environment. We may want to speak to that positively. You know, what are the top 10 things you can do?
Yeah.
But I enjoyed reading those elements, and they're so true. If anyone listening hasn't looked at your site, those are 10 important points to make sure you've got success with your 5S programs.
Thanks for that, Dave. Yeah, it's something that we put a lot of investment into is our training blogs on the website, as you'll see. And since we've increased the volume that we post, our target is to get 3 a week out in the industry. And we're finding clients coming on to us now who are watching our LinkedIn marketing, they're watching our e-shots that we're sending out and the information to the marketplace. And they're telling us they've been watching it for some of them up to 2 years, and now's the right time for them. And they just say, what we've learned by following Clarity over this last 12, 18 months is fantastic. Some of them are coming on, they've just seen us for the first time, 30 days ago, and they're recognizing that we've got those solutions. And bringing the Mighty Line product into our offering and being in stock on next day delivery availability has really given our clients that ease of sourcing. One of the tapes that we're really finding a positive uptick on is on the anti-slip tape. Dave, it'd be good for you just to give a little bit of an overview on that.
You're talking about the diamond plate tape?
Correct, yeah.
Everyone loves the diamond plate tape, and it comes in different colors. That's the beauty of it. We'll talk about color in a moment. But we've done some of the testing on ASTM E303. We like following and using the European standards. They seem to be better than some of the older, antiquated U.S. standards on slip resistance. So we like to make sure that our tape is compliant both in the UK and throughout Europe as well. So that's a big mover. Interestingly, we've got some newer tapes out, some maybe that you haven't even seen, that are very, very attractive in unique colors. For example, a silver diamond plate, which you may want to take a look at. It's just highly attractive. I noticed, too, that you bring up color often, both on your website, in your communications, and in our discussion here. We've done some research on OSHA color codes here back in the States, but of course, ANSI in the U.S., and also the ISO standards for color. I'm curious, in the UK, does the health and safety executive there require colors to be important when delineating in a warehouse?
Yeah, what health and safety encourage is to set a standard for a site. So some clients, they'll say they want a green walkway with a yellow tape to the outside. Some clients denote a blue walkway with a green tape to the outside. So it's subject to what a client sets. The reason we like to speak about color coding is because across large manufacturing sites, often for a 5S journey, they color code cells and areas. So that can then denote the specific area that you're working in. So we know that it's something that clients like is the range of colors, because we also feed into that with all the cleaning stations and the tool control boards. So from tool color for cleaning stations and the back shadows, so you can tell when you're in each department. So that's why color coding is a key thing for us, and we like to bring to the market for our clients.
Yes, you put a lot of emphasis on that. I love seeing that. So what I see you doing is a natural fit for industry. I noticed that you also emphasize some of the other markings, whether they be arrows, corners, floor signs. What other areas are of interest to your clients?
So we've got some trials that have been happening, and clients are starting to take them now. So the large warning stickers for floors, and also the 90-degree angles for pallet locations.
Yes.
And again, because of the design of your adhesive, the quality you've got, the thickness of the product and the anti-scuff finish to it, the wear and tear on them is fantastic. It just hardly does. And there's a lot of solutions that are brought to the market here in the UK where clients put them down and they're having to replace them probably every 2 to 3 months if they last that long. So the large safety signage is absolutely key, and we're finding a good uptake on that. And also there's the document holders, so the protective covers where you've got locations in a factory. And again, clients are really enjoying the strength of these, the ease of installing, but also the ease of removing them when that document, when that location needs to change.
Yeah, those are the clear windows, so to speak, that
That's
you
right.
can put your own signage beneath.
That's right.
Are you finding anyone using them for scan codes, barcodes? That's a great interest at trade shows. It may be something that folks may be looking at. But if there's a need for special sizes, that's also something that Mighty Line can accommodate.
That's great you said that, Dave, actually, because it reminds me, we've got a client, a very large packaging manufacturer.
Yes.
And they were speaking to me a few months back about the solution of potentially cutting out concrete to inset a barcode to put a glass cover across the top. So you mentioned that today is excellent. I'm going to go back to them with that solution and give them a trial for it in there.
Clearly, we can cut the size for what you need for those. Get back with us on that point. I have to ask you, what else do you do beyond this? My great-grandmother was from Birmingham, so it's not far from where you're located. And I get an opportunity to get over to Leeds once or twice a year to do some music production. But I have to ask you, what are your music interests, knowing the passion all Brits have for music?
Thank you, Dave. Well, we'll look forward to hearing you in Leeds when you're next over here. We're based in East Yorkshire. So we're probably only 45 minutes from Leeds. So yeah, you let us know when you're next here and we'll look forward to hearing you. But actually enjoyed a trip back to the States twice recently. Once obviously to come and see yourselves there at your headquarters, but also come to stay with some friends. And coming to America always reminds me of my passion for music, which is country. And some of the famous American artists that have played for many, many years. I'd love to get to Texas one time for an evening show there.
Oh, yeah. A trip to Austin and also Nashville, if you haven't been there. It's a lot of fun. I've spent a lot of time.
On the bucket list, Dave. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get you there, Damian. Well, I want to leave you with a last word here. I've enjoyed speaking with you today. We'll look forward to talking to you again in a future podcast. But what can you leave your viewers and our viewers here at Mighty Line with?
Thank you, Dave. So, as I said at the beginning, Mighty Line we've brought to add and enhance our range. At Clarity, we help clients create safe, lean, visual environments. And so we've got a range right from the shadow boards and daily meeting boards to help from a lean aspect through to, we do a lot with safety barriers as well. So impact resistant safety barriers. And what we find is that by making sure you've got a clear health and safety strategy for segregation of pedestrians across a site, the engagement we're finding with our clients is significant. So if there's someone listening today that's wondering what's the next step they need to take in their factory or their distribution centre, I'd encourage them to get on the shop floor, ask the questions of their employees. What would they appreciate being considered to improve safety in their site?
That's wonderful. And Damian, how would people reach you should they have a need in the UK and in the areas that you cover?
Well, go to our website, clarityvm.com. Obviously, you've got contact details there, but I'll also post in the comments below my contact details as well, and they can reach us at info@clarityvm.com.
Well, Damian, hey, I want to thank you for taking time out in your busy schedule to speak with us today on Mighty Line Minute. And I look forward to seeing you in person sometime in the future, hopefully on your side of the pond. You take care, and to all our viewers, have a safe day.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.